I made a video about PDS vs linkage, and since I have a linkage bike, I was trying to prove the point the linkage is actually a good options. And I tried to do different kind of scenarios when I tried to prove a point. And most of you guys said, no, PDS, all day long, PDS. What am I thinking? PDS. And I said, okay, I get it. So you guys love PDS. Of course, the pro racers using it, you don't have to go far. Latin Bickler or Christian Hart, they all love it too because they can be lazy. They don't have to lift up the front as much when they're crossing a log or going to the rocks because they can just slide to the objects and they're not going to get hooked up on it. The KTM, when we're talking about KTM, it's not the same KTM what it has before or what we think it is, and you will see more and more radical changes as we're going on the years, upcoming years. It will be crazier, because it won't be the same KTM when we get used to it. KTM they're actually removing the PDS to saving money, manufacturing costs. There is a lot going into it, and they think they can get away with it, and they can kind of going down to the Japanese route, but in minimalistic changes and using stuff which has been bulletproof and very basic. That's kind of like the main goal of the Japanese bike. Previously, KTM had the air shocks, and there was a lot of heat regarding the air shocks, the front air shocks, because a lot of people didn't like it, including myself. And a lot of people liked it, of course, because it's lightweight. But for its performance, it's not as good. It takes a lot of setup to be right. In 2013, Ryan Dungey ran it, and I think the last pioneer who tried to use it, Justin Barsha in 2021, and then. But they didn't get rid of it entirely. You still can buy bikes. I think the 450 SX in 2026 still comes with it. The SX no longer comes with the air shocks. The reason why I'm saying that because previously KTM still give us an options. They developed something. They saw the customer reactions. They react to it in a certain way, but they didn't remove the product entirely. In this case, Christian Hart is the gentleman who will start racing with linkage in 2026 because KTM planning to remove the PDS shocks, and he don't want to build his racing season around something which is not going to be available for the future.
Yeah, I actually have huge change this year for me. I'm going to be on the linkage bike, two-stroke. I've been PDS on the Extreme Enduro my whole career, pretty much since 2019, 2018, somewhere around there. So yeah, that's a huge change because the whole rear end essentially is going to be different. It sits different. It reacts different to bumps. But I think KTM is getting rid of the PDS here in the future. So,
as you may know, the racers are always using 1 year ahead bike. So in 2026, they're using the 2027 year bike. What that gives you probably, or I'm pretty sure you're not gonna be able to see the PDS shocks in 2027 on those bikes, but was equipped before. That's a fact, and now we are going to go down on the route of thinking because this is this decision. It's a strong suggestion in a way of thinking, which is saving money, saving manufacturing costs. When it comes to it, the biggest winner in this is the Japanese because we always ask for a 300cc or a 350cc dirt bike, but they never deliver because 250, 450, reliable, calculated, profit-oriented decisions, and that's what the Japanese does constantly. They don't even put the hydraulic clutch on the Yamaha. They are that crazy with consistency in a way when they can make money and the customers can be happy because they're buying the bike out of passion, like the Honda guys. And that gives me thinking we may not gonna see a 350 four-stroke engine on the future because that's not really a common choice. A lot of people buying it, but not enough. The PDS is the same thing. A lot of people buying it, but not enough to keep it in the market. So for them, it's easy to have 250, 450, and that's pretty much it. So I'm not saying that will happen, but the route what Bajaj went on is saving money because KTM still in a hole. That is still, a lot of money needed to be made up because Bajaj has to pay all of those huge amount of money what they own for manufacturers and who knows who. I mean, the manufacturers actually stopped supplying KTM parts because it was that bad by the end. So KTM couldn't assemble the bikes because there was no parts available from where they are outsourcing these, sprockets, springs, whatever. They just wasn't available. So that's one reason why they shut down the manufacturing. But this route is saving money. I told you before, no development, that's for sure. And the 350cc four-stroke, it's still a question if it will exist in the future or not. That was just a short take on my end. You can leave your comment down below. I really want to hear about the PDS, and actually, who knows, they may hear your voice and they may change their mind. Probably not, but that's just between you and me. In the meantime, we are continue working on the Honda 450 engine. Finally, I managed to get it out. I'm going to take it apart soon, and then you're going to see the inside of that engine, really what happened, how it went down on the next episode. Peace.